We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames to see what is going on for the twin flame collective, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine. Today is a galactic activation portal day. That means, and I can tell, like today the veil is really, really thin. This is a day for tapping into the spiritual, doing spiritual work, doing spiritual activation work, but also the veil is very thin, so we get more through. You get more clarity on your path moving forward. You may have psychic dreams, psychic downloads, and a lot of insights. This is powerful for twin flames and the collective too. We're getting ready because we have a big wave coming in that the energies are going quite high the next couple of days, so you're probably feeling it on an energetic level. And this is because as the planet is making its ascension, this is huge on your body being upgraded, your nervous system being upgraded, and us releasing a lot of outdated patterns and programs. And this fits so much into the twin flame experience as well too, as twin flames go in to release a lot of, we'll say, shadow aspects and healing and outdated patterns and behaviors really, really fast through the twin flame process that you're going through, no matter what it looks like. But let's go ahead and start with a reading for the divine feminine. I'm outside grounding. Feels so nice too. I'm outside grounding right now, so I thought I'd send you guys some nice grounding energy at the same time. It's a great time to get outside. You might feel a little bit ungrounded today because of the high energy. So sometimes grounding is one of the best things that we can do when we're receiving so many upgrades. All right, I get to work with a lot of twin flames too and kind of see the process. So we have a lot happening today. I could already kind of tell over the past couple of days. It's been quite busy energetically. There's a lot of healing happening and a lot of things coming up very fast, which we will talk about. Remember, this is just a general read. Take what resonates for your situation, but I always say do one-on-one readings because it's hard with these, collective readings as well too. So if you need a one-on-one reading, you just go ahead and book it on my website. You can do those phone calls as often as you need them. They're going to help you a ton. We're getting clarity and kind of going into what is coming up for you and shifting it at this time. I am an energy healer. I do tons of healings on my website. Make sure you're doing more healing work. I have a whole twin flame section. I do tons of twin flame healings, clearings, and activations. I spend a lot of time on my website making sure it's up to date as we're flowing through the cosmic energies. I also do twin flame coaching, which is going to help you a ton no matter what your situation with working through certain things. I've found twin flame experience brings up so much. And this is like a lot because sometimes we don't know the process and we're going through it. We don't remember, right? But you do remember. You've been through this many, many lifetimes with your twin flame. This is not the first time, but twin flames do come in to help you with your awakening and to trigger your ascension. This can cause a lot of different kind of energies. When you're in fear, we repel and push away our flame. When we're in love, we magnetize them to us. So it's all about shifting into that energetic alignment and staying in a deeper energetic alignment, staying aligned with your higher self right now. Okay, we're going to start with the divine feminine messages for the divine feminine collective. Divine masculine, if you're watching, you can take this as messages from your divine feminine masculine. I want to reach out, but I don't know how, and it just kind of depends. So let's talk about some of the different processes that we go through. The masculine, sometimes they're usually the runner. They usually reject the divine feminine, and this is like a lot of different reasons and programming, and then usually they feel bad about that as well too, and they try to push away the divine feminine. And the reason why is because this triggers old pain and old wounds, and sometimes people don't understand the process because we're clearing and cleansing a lot very, very fast. It is that mirroring dynamic that we go through within the connection. So it just kind of depends. Some of you guys are in union and you guys are meant to shift into higher timelines. Know that all the work that you're doing is leading you there. If you're like, really working on things, healing your connection. Some of you guys might be in separation and you might be healing in those spaces. This is where you do the deepest work as well too in these separations. I know that we have a soul connection. When you're a twin flame, you don't have to ask if this is your twin flame. You literally know from the beginning, and it can play out differently. I always talk a lot about my own experience. I've written several books on it, and I talk about it because I think it's important when you can kind of see someone else's perspective. But there's not a doubt about it. Number one, on my twin flame side, Spirit told them and guided them to me. On my side, I was going through so much upheaval because normally I probably wouldn't have paid attention or been open to this connection, but I was going through such an upheaval that it made me like, it was like everything was uprooted for me, and then this person came in and it got my attention very loud and clear. It was love at first sight. Oftentimes there's this deep soul recognition. It's much different than any other type of connection that you've had as well too. It's a different kind as well too. It's just the vibe of it. It's the feeling of it. It's the soul recognition. You go into that love bubble very, very fast, and you know in the beginning, without a doubt, that this is your person. You can see all of these future timelines, how amazing it will be. This is your dream person. But then the healing work comes up, and this is unavoidable. I say that no matter what your situation looks like, this is the path to union. And oftentimes we have to move through or pass through different initiations and spaces of separation and healing that come up. And this can confuse you. And oftentimes it throws your ego into a spin, or makes obviously the ego very, very uncomfortable going through this process. Every time there's a different layer that needs to be purged out and healed. Like when you're going through these spaces, I was doing a call yesterday and they were telling me like, and I resonate with this, that their first separation brought up their inner child really, really bad. And then the next one, something different, right? So each separation, and it's just unique to your own soul's journey and what you need to heal. It's going to bring up something completely different that you're going to go into, realize, and have to heal within these spaces. And it's all unique to you as you have your own unique soul blueprint, but you share that with your twin flame. You're going to notice that you share the same background. You've had a lot of the same experiences and even the same wounding as well too, that you guys are here to work on clearing. And oftentimes you guys share a lot of the same karma because you're one soul. So you're working on that. Now, what happens with twin flames is that you guys have to clear past lifetimes of karma and any karma in this lifetime. And usually you already have, because you're well on your ascension path. You're well into your spiritual awakening generally when you've met your twin flame. Now, some can play a role in their twin flame's awakening, and you will regardless, whether you're awake or not. We're always awakening more as well too, and this is something twin flame helps us with. But generally it's like the patterns and the fears and the things left over from past experiences, they are triggered as well too. Just depends on what you have to clear. So we have this kind of happening, twin flames clearing a lot very, very fast. I'm scared you will reject me. Okay, some may have gone through this. Rejection triggers abandonment. Some of you guys may have been ghosted, rejected, abandoned by your twin flame. They may have even done this multiple times. And sometimes the divine masculine causes a lot of pain for the divine feminine in rejecting them, pushing them away, hurting them, playing out sabotaging patterns, trying to push away the connection. It just kind of depends. So this can be like a fear that's coming up if you feel them pulling back from the connection from you, or maybe they've already done this too, causing a separation, and it just kind of depends. So healing those deeper wounds that it is triggering within you. This could be old energies, old wounds from the past. I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. Looking at your own sabotaging patterns as well too that are kind of coming up within this connection. Things that you need to heal, things that you need to work on, especially within relationships. Our relationships teach us a lot about ourselves, how we're connecting, what kind of issues that we have, and what we're working on within ourselves. You're not going to be able to control this connection as with things too. So sometimes we're having to look at ourselves and to heal and release different blocks, or even sabotaging patterns or things that we're doing within the connection. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. And this is like a big thing. You might even know that you do make your twin flame really, really happy. Like you are the love that they've been searching for their entire life that they didn't get in their childhood. And I know just being around when you're happy and in your high vibe energy, they feel really, really good. You're filling that void in something in them. But this is why maybe there's a healing needed, because it might have gotten really unhealthy and it could have been hard to balance. So you guys are being guided to balance your energies. Sometimes you're doing that together in the union and making sure that you're staying in a balance and in a harmony. And sometimes you're doing that separately to shift into a higher frequency. In separation, you're being guided to raise your frequency very, very fast so that you can come into a higher alignment. And yes, you will come into a reunion and union with your twin flame in that divine timing, as long as you're doing the work. It's very important that you're paying attention to your guidance, because it is in the angel numbers, synchronicities, subtle downloads, hints, things that you're seeing within the spiritual that are guiding the connection. This is a spiritually guided connection, and it's always trying to bring you together, but sometimes there is work to be done as well too. I realize all the mistakes I have made, and there's nothing like separation to show you this. So you're realizing that you've messed things up or made mistakes on the divine feminine side, or you would have done things differently. Things have played out as they should, I suppose, as they've already happened in the way that they have, but they are meant to lead you into deeper realizations, or to wake you up more, or for you to see more things that you need to fix, work on, or heal within yourself. Okay, we have travel. This could be sometimes twin flames, the souls that are made to be together, may face great obstacles in being together. This is orchestrated by the divine. You may have been born into different countries, different social statuses, right? You may have all sorts of different kind of challenges that you face. Some twin flames have age gaps. Some twin flames are married when they meet. It just kind of depends on your circumstances. But this could indicate that there's some type of distance or separation behind you. One or both might be having boundaries in place to keep the other away. You might feel far away from this person. And this is like the travel card. So maybe there's some type of plan in place as you've made a plan to be with your twin flame, where if you are living in another town, city, state, country, where you guys may have a greater plan to travel, to be together. And this might like make things a little weird, right? Like whether it's long distance, you're doing separation, you're navigating these spaces. All right, this is the friends card. You might be needing extra support right now. I always say get that spiritual support, because a lot of your friends are going to give you bad advice and not understand how to navigate this, as it is a healing experience and you're having to heal, because the only way out, or out of separation, or out of these spaces, or into union fully, is to heal more. And so it just kind of depends. If you feel that things are going slow to getting into union, or you're in a separation, or you're in union and it's difficult in some type of way, make sure you're checking out my site and all of the resources that I have on there. One of the biggest blocks to union is karma, or having more karmic lessons to clear up. And I always hate this too, because this is something that happened in my situation with one or both twin flames may not have done enough clearing of their karma, and it's usually the biggest obstacle to coming together. So if you guys are still having contracts open with karmic partners, karmic family members, other situations like that, they can slow down or derail your union. And sometimes they can create blocks. So this can be common if the process is feeling slow for you, that one of the twin flames may have more work to do in that area. Make sure that you're leaning on people for support. But I always say sometimes your friends aren't going to get this, right? I was explaining this to someone in my inbox. I don't really want to go there, but I'm probably going to have to. But twin flame path is not for everyone, just like spiritual awakening is clearly not for everyone on the planet during this time. Not everyone is at that place of ascension to the soul. It's usually for like, you know, people that are like hardcore spiritual, right? And you'll notice that because your friends and family and people that are asleep are not going to get spiritual awakening, and your friends and family that are asleep, they're not going to get twin flame journey, and your friends and family that are not twin flames, they're not going to understand the twin flame journey. Right, there's a lot of regret. This is your divine masculine coming through in the reading. They're feeling guilty from mistakes made, maybe wrong choices, and they want to apologize to you for something. This card is like the laying in bed. They might be low energy or overthinking this. All right, so you might feel that you're in between worlds right now. And this could be like 3 to 4 to 5D. This is in between worlds. Okay, so spiritual awakening is like going through a death. We go through a death of the ego. You're having to let go of the bad habits. If in separation, look at the reasons why that separation has been triggered. It's different for everyone. You need to work out certain issues. And I love people because they never want to work out the issues and want to just come back together with the flame. You have to work out certain issues. You might feel like you're in a very void space when you're navigating separation. Separation is the roughest space to navigate. It's very painful. It's very challenging for both twin flames to be apart, to be separate. Too. So just know that you have things to work on so that you can ascend fully into the 5D, really working on your spiritual path. It'll help you to do obviously energy healings, energy clearings, to meditate, to get spiritual, to learn new things, but to really do the work to clear lower behaviors and timelines that are anchoring you to the 3D so that your soul can take you higher. really tap into your own individual guidance as to the work that needs to be done and the changes that need to be done during this time, because your soul is trying to guide you through a lot of changes very, very fast. It's important that you're listening to your guidance and you're listening to, I'll say, the spirit guides that are helping you through the process, because if you're not much changes and you stay stuck in certain situations and energies. So make sure that you're listening to the guidance that you're getting so that you can move through this process fast. We're experiencing an accelerated ascension on the planet. That means that the frequency is rising very, very fast on Earth, and we're having to adapt and to change to, we'll say, to integrate these high frequency energies. We're having to get lighter very, very fast. Some of the things that weigh us down are, the things that we work on in the twin flame journey: old trauma, old stories, old attachments, and things like that. We've been through so many past lives within this life where you've experienced so many different realities, but sometimes that is your biggest obstacle to ascension, letting go of your past, the energies and the blockages that came with them. It's very important that you're healing and letting go of old wounds, old traumas, and old attachments during this time. Things got too intense too fast. This could be energetically. Sometimes it's like that. You can get zapped. You can get drained. Things can get implosive. We're dealing with a very fiery energy when we deal with twin flames. There is like this instant spark and connection. There's a very magnetic draw, but at the same time, it can get very intense. Not just the energies, because we talked about that, but the process too can be very intense that we go through very, very fast. It's going to trigger a lot of intense emotions. You're going to go through so much emotional cleansing. So this means that you could have mood swings, highs, lows, feel a lot of different things that you're experiencing as your body when you're near this person's energy or thinking about this person. It's cleansing very fast. My soul recognizes yours and longs to be with you. That longing is a powerful motivator that is meant to keep the twin flames together. Even in separation, the pain of separation is meant to bring you both back together, because you begin to realize, wake up to, and understand the connection. So divine feminine feeling an intense longing and pull to their twin flame. Our souls came from the same galaxy, starseed lovers. And I always talk about this. You're going to notice a lot of synchronicity, not just in this lifetime on Earth, because you've taken on that same half of the whole, but also in past lifetimes that you came from the same star systems. So when we start to get galactic, like go into our past life Akashics, you've had many beautiful past lifetimes on other planets with this person. You decided to come to Earth together. Your twin flame union is the reward that you're meant to get from doing this whole Earth process. It's meant to be like what happens at the end of your story, right? In some ways. You only signed up to Earth to help the planet and to come together into union, knowing that. So union is very much a part of your, we'll say, life path and soul plan. My soul was made with yours at the beginning of time. And so we say, why do we split? Because this is the original soul split. It's why you've split up in this lifetime, because you get a lot of more experiences and knowledge in that way. If you're just, in a beautiful union all the time, you don't have the same Earth experience. So we've had to split in the beginning to do many lifetimes, and we've done that in this lifetime, knowing that we get brought back together at different times of our spiritual journey or in different lifetimes to be with this person. I always say this is up to the universe, for the fates, destiny, but it's always what your soul desires on a deeper level. We all have a very strong pull towards love, but it's always with this person too. So this is a big part of it, that split. And then when we come together, we integrate all of those energies together into union. I've seen visions and glimpses of our future together. You know that this person is your future. This is where you start to surrender, to relax, and allow things to play out. Pay attention to the synchronicity. So yesterday, and I didn't know this, yesterday I saw, we'll say, 555, and I see a lot of angel numbers anyway, but this was a notable one because it was on my work stuff, right? And I remember seeing it, and then later in the day I went and checked my Twin Flames Facebook page, and they had posted 555, and they don't know that because they don't see my side, but I do, right? So you're getting a lot of the same synchronicities at the same time, or like the, you know what I mean, exactly. And this is the part of the unity with Twin Flames. Even separate, you're having the same experiences, a lot of similar experiences, right? And it will mirror each other in a kind of eerie way as well too. So pay attention to the synchronicities. They're meant to guide you on your journey. I just published. I'm getting my copy today, Twin Flame Angel Number book, because oftentimes twin flames see a ton of angel numbers. This is meant to guide you on your path and to keep you on course. You guys are seeing, like, trust me, a lot more angel numbers. Pay attention to those synchronicities. And I had beautiful messages in this book I wrote, because this is what I've been doing too. I've been looking up and researching these numbers, these synchronicities. So sometimes when you're reading deeper into the synchronicities, like, it's one thing to see that 555, get on Google, see what it means, read my book, right? And when you go deeper, there's a lot more to it. The messages that we're getting, the spirit messages, are meant to keep us on course and to guide us forward, and especially to guide us into union, these spirit messages. So this is your angels sending you messages. Pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities. This is what is going to keep you on course, either within your union or lead you to union. All right, manifestation. You're manifesting this person. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, make sure that you're manifesting this union and clearing any doubt, worry, and fears that are getting in the way of that. Maintain your positive state. It's very important that you're staying in a positive energy. When you're in a negative energy, your twin flame will avoid you, stay away from you, or even push you away. When you're in a positive energy, they will be very, very magnetized and come to you. So it's all about your energy, Divine Feminine. You have a powerful energy. Make sure that you're staying in those higher states of love and gratitude and really working on raising up your frequency. It is in the higher timelines that union happens. You are the rainbow bridge. This is connecting with the other side. I always love this because it's always afterlife symbolism. You have a lot of spirit guides. You may have loved ones in spirit that are guiding you through this process and that they're trying to help you. But this is also a message about the 5D, where when you shift into the 5D, you're able to go between worlds. You become multidimensional. This is like working on your 5D spiritual ascension. Work on staying anchored into the 5D. When we fall backwards, and this is, we fall into frequency. We fall in frequency, we fall back into the 3 and the 4, and we lose our twin flame, right? When we're anchored into the 5D, we're in twin flame union, and we're in a deeper alignment with our twin flame. Some of you guys are in separation, working towards raising your frequency more so that you can shift into a union. Some of you guys are, you know, in that 5D union. Okay, work on opening your psychic senses. Negative energies can block up our spiritual connection. This could be experiences that we go through, or just like we talked about, lowering your frequency, your thoughts, right? Different things happen, beliefs, whatever it is. Work on activating your spiritual gifts. I was having a talk with someone about this on a call yesterday. I have tons of activations on my website to activate your gifts, make them come in stronger, and to attune them as well too. So I have tons of healings for that. If you're looking to strengthen your gifts, do some of those activations on my website. Okay, so we have the Devil, and it's in reverse. This person is obsessed with you. You're like, what? Your masculine is obsessed with you. And some of you guys will be like, I don't think so. They're not talking to me, or you know that. It just depends on your own unique situation. So just take what resonates. But this person is just as obsessed with you. But this is about you stepping into your power and freeing yourself on a mental and a physical level. And there are things that you need to heal and work on. So just know that this person, they never get you off their mind. They think about you all of the time. And if they are staying away, it's because Spirit has guided to them to do some work on their own too. Just depends on your own unique situation. But know that they are just as obsessed with you. They think of you all the time. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. This is like seeing the truth in situations. This is cutting off anything low vibrational in your life. You're needing to do more healing work. So what happens is twin flames come into our life. Usually we fall in love pretty fast. And then we go into the separations, or just working towards union. We do a lot of healing. So this will happen anyways, depending on your situation of where you're at in the process, because it is a process. So what happens is there's more work to be done. Like everything kind of comes up. And this is the space where you begin to really use this situation to motivate yourself and to work on your life and to up level certain things and to do certain work. It's time to clear the low vibrational energies, low vibrational patterns and habits and things like that. There's a lot of changes that you need to make to integrate into the 5D. Okay, this is a good one, and I'm not trying to pick, but I was telling someone this morning that you can't drink in the 5D. You're like, what? I know, because it'll mismatch with the body. You're like, what? I know it won't. Things will happen. This is what was happening I had 2 people this week where they were like, had things happening around that. Things like that, you're going to have to clear a lot of lower vibrational patterns. And then I was thinking about it, like you'll probably have to clear, you're not going to be able to go do that stuff anymore that involves those habits. So you're going to have new, healthier habits. That's just one example. There are things that are not going to vibe with the new 5D body, and it's a whole process to activate and integrate into the 5D. So there's a lot of changes that need to be made. This is just one example. This could be clearing karmic situations. You're not able to fully go into union if you're, let's say, in another relationship, or you are married, or you haven't got a divorce and you have karmics connected to you, or different situations. Everyone is different of what you need to work on clearing. Your twin flame is meant to motivate you. You were meant to meet them first so that you could be motivated, that you want union that badly, that you begin to really slay at your life. You begin to crush it. You begin to make these changes. It could be letting go of past things. It could be like, you need to heal something within yourself that's been replaying a long time. So this is like clearing all of the pain from the past, but also its bad habits. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, and this is in reverse. This is my relationship card. It's also my masculine card. And this relationship is not going to fit in the karmic 3D relationship box. So we meet people and we say, okay, this is what's happened with me too. Okay, this is my dream person. I really want to have kids and get married and do the 3D. Oftentimes it doesn't go like that. Your twin flame is here to save you from the 3D, right? Through you doing that work. This is why not everyone, some people will go have kids and do that stuff with their twin flame, but jokes aside, a lot of you guys already had children with the karmics for that purpose, because that's why. You're like, right? Okay. And that's exactly another topic. But usually this person is not going to be like the traditional 3D relationship, which is filled of pain, codependency, and unhealthy contracts and attachments. So this is like the opposite of that. You might find that you're in spaces spending more time working on yourself, or you're like being guided to like really empower yourself and to work on your energy and to clear these kind of situations too. Just kind of depends on your situation. So this might not be your traditional relationship, right? It just kind of depends. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. I always think of this as the masculine twin flame card. This is exciting changes and high energy. They're going to come in. They're going to go for what they want. They want you just as bad, but they may be working things out. If they're not in that energy yet, they might be needing to think. This is a rebel. They're quick to act when they want something. They go for it and they get anything that they want kind of energy. This is being swept off your feet. This person is impulsive and a risk taker. So I always love this. This is the knight on the white horse kind of deal, right? Like as well too. So this is like your person coming in. This is the Lover's card. This is one of the most positive cards for union and twin flames. This is a deep love connection. You know this is your person. We said that you don't need someone to tell you. I can confirm astrologically and through talking to you, no problem, right? When we do the calls, if you need that, but you already know. And oftentimes you'll say, well, why are you asking? Because you're going to have to go through all those layers of the ego, of doubt, fear, uncertainty, questioning this connection over and over. That's going to take you through, because your ego isn't understanding the whole process. So you know this is your person. You're meant to be in a perfect union with deep love, mutual attraction, but you're meant to find balance within yourself to make that happen. So you know this is your person. This is a beautiful card for union happening. If in separation, this indicates reunion and then union. And you'll say, well, why do we go through these awful... Separation is like breakup energy, but with a twin flame times a billion. And you'll say, why? One or both may have different things to work on and take care of. And I know that because I've been through some of them. In the last separation, it was like everything with the next day, immediately, everything hit me in my life. And, and I probably would have been too busy anyway for this connection. So it's like everything to take care of. And a lot of stuff came up, right? And then it's the most heart-wrenching, heartbreaking energy to go into. Even like I see people in like a 2-day separation and it kills them, like, right? Or a short one. And the duration is going to depend on the work that you're doing. And the longer ones get very, very unbearable. And so it's like separation energy is the ultimate anguish, dark night of the soul, inner turmoil, emotional upheavals, the lows. But then when you come into these reunions and unions, even when you meet your twin flame the first time, we can look at that as a beautiful reunion and, that. and then come into these unions and reunions, it is like the happiest energy ever that you feel being with this person, and it is like worth all of that too. Now it depends on the process of what you need to work on to shift fully into union and to stay into union. Hopefully you guys, if you're in a separation, you're coming into like out of that and into your actual union, but it just depends on how balanced you are and how much healing you've done. We have King of Cups. This is representing your twin flame, and this person they're in control of their emotions. They're actually, I think of this as a very mature lover card. And so this is always, and it can represent a water sign like Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, but it doesn't have to. This is someone, you know, they want love. They have their whole life. They're secure. They're mature. They have things worked out in their life. They're calm. They're sympathetic. They're empathic and caring. Both twin flames are going to be empaths, but you guys hold a high level of trauma, which kind of left distortions in your system. You guys have a history, both of you, of really bad relationships that have hurt you a lot before meeting each other and things like that. So sometimes this can play a role in how things will go, of the healing that comes up, because you're having to heal and process this stuff more. Oftentimes twin flames trigger those deeper wounds, insecurities, worries, fears, disbelief, doubt, things that you'll have to heal. All right, we're going to do a reading for the Divine Masculine. See what is going on. I have my little baby squirrels over there. They're so cute. I have 2 baby squirrels that live in my yard. They're growing too fast. My little pets. Okay, so reading. I sit and watch the squirrels. All right, reading for the Divine Masculine Collective. Divine Feminine, if you're watching, messages from your masculine. I want to kiss you. They want you bad, like never before, right? Bad enough to do this work, we hope, right? They want you. They miss you. It just kind of depends. You're worth more to me than I let on. Sometimes they fear of getting hurt, vulnerability, you know, different. I realize it's protection, ego mechanisms. They are in love with you, even if they act like they don't care or they put on a front. This person is very in love with you, as we saw in the last reading. I really do care about you, even though I don't show it. And they might be acting like they don't care about you. They might need to sort their feelings out. I'm ready to take my mask off. This is the false self. And I realize that about a lot of the triggering, because you don't realize when you're in it of how you're seeing things and what's going on. But this person is actually who you are, and it's not always who you see them to be. And I know, and it's about letting go of all that 3D stuff of the ego and getting into the higher self. They're not the ego and the false self that has come up at times. And this is the negative that you may have seen. They are that higher self aspect. And when you say you close your eyes and tune into your twin flames energy, you know their energy, right? They have a certain energy signature with this person. So this is like, they are their higher self. Your higher self is just love, pure divine light. I understand how important you are in my life. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. So they might be, if there's a separation, they're aching for you. They're thinking about how important you are, how they want you. You are my past and my future. You may have had different cycles in the past in this lifetime. If you're in separation, you're waiting to come into a new cycle that will go better and hopefully lead to union, because if you're not in union now, then you haven't quite made it there, obviously. I need to do some soul searching on my own. This person is doing some soul searching for the answers. You need to heal how you're seeing things. A shift in perspective is needed. Okay, both twin flames need to shift how they're seeing things and get into that 5D, because this is, when you get into the lower energies, it pulls you into the 3D of things. It's like the worst thing ever. And this might be our biggest fear, shifting back into 3D. Once you go through spiritual awakening, it's impossible. You might have to go back in to heal things. So both of you are needing to shift how you're seeing this connection and this person. Shift your perspective, Divine Masculine. No matter how far we wander, we're always energetically connected. You're always telepathically connecting and communicating all day long. This is what makes this connection different, and how you know this is your twin flame, because you're always getting direct communication, downloads, what they're feeling, what they're thinking, and what they're going through. I have past family stuff I'm trying to heal. You've triggered a lot of inner child healing for me, and I've brought up a lot of inner child wounds in me. And okay, so we talked about you being divine feminine, the love that they've always wanted in their life, but this can be scary for them too. There's a strong magnetic attraction between you both. There's like a very strong pull. When you guys are together, you might do a lot of flirting. It might be really light and things like that. This is meant to come into union. This is your forever person. This is the one. This could indicate marriage. Okay, pay attention to your intuition, your gut feelings, your psychic premonition, and your sixth sense. This person might be getting, the masculine might be getting tarot card readings, or going to the cards themselves, or following tarot card readings. This will help you, especially if in separation, to get messages about your person. But always take what resonates for your situation with that. So they're really paying attention because they have psychic gifts, right? Paying attention to their sixth sense, their guidance right now. This person is, relying on their intuition. Pay attention to your intuition. Divine masculine is always trying to lead you into union. There's a lot of obstacles, upheaval, and maybe even drama that has happened in this connection. It's important that you're moving through the storms and the shifts that these energies are bringing up. This person has stress, depression, and even maybe panic attacks and restlessness. They might be healing anxiety or anxieties about the connection. They might have to, a lot of times masculine has to face their own fear about the connection and fear of getting hurt. But oftentimes it's like, you've already been through the hurt, right? Oh no, I know, you've already been through the worst hurt and you're meant to come into union, but it's like fear of getting hurt more, even though you've already been through those painful parts, because you do have to go through a lot of pain to get to that union, but you guys have already been through the worst of it, a lot of you guys. Take care of yourself, self-love. You're guided to write things down. This might be just, it could be writing something, writing a book, writing how you feel. It could be journaling. This is a twin flame connection, but you already know that. You are ascending no matter what it looks like. Your soul is trying to move you through this. So our ego is basic what it wants, right? It wants the material. Your soul is trying to take you through so much higher in the spiritual, and is meant to lead you into union no matter what is going on. So separation, just a detour. So pay attention, because your soul is trying to take you through your ascension. Pay attention to the downloads. You're probably getting a lot of energy from your twin flame. They're sending you love. They're sending you messages. They're trying to connect with you in the higher too. They're always connecting with you. King of Wands, and this is like, okay, having a lot of energy, putting it into your goals, making plans, and taking action. Now, this is a twin flame reading too, so this is making plans about your union and taking action. This is like having that confidence. You come off as very charming and charismatic. So one thing that we talk about is, once you've met your twin flame, especially, like you probably already were like that. Maybe you had a way with the ladies. Maybe you had a way with the ladies, right? But once you have merged with your twin flame, and you don't have to actually have physical sex to do that, it's when you meet and you begin to merge energies, you're going to notice that suddenly you're very, very magnetic to the opposite sex. Everyone starts to hit on you, want to be with you, ask you out. I know, right? And I know the karmics come out of the woodwork, right? So you become very magnetic, especially to the sleepers, right? Because you hold a higher frequency and a different kind of energy. But especially if you've had a taste of that twin flame energy, if you come into union, just kind of know that. All right, this is Archangel Gabriel card. This is judgment, a wake-up call. You're getting a lot of clarity. This is renewing your energy, but this is also learning karmic lessons, clearing any judgments about your situation or your twin flame right now. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You might feel like you're having money issues, or that you've missed opportunities. And this could be delays with your union, because this is a twin flame reading. So this could be delays, and insecurity may have caused delays in this connection. Focus on what you do have. Be grateful for what you have. You might have a lack mentality, especially in separation. You might feel that loss very strongly. It's a lot of grief that we have to heal when we do lose our twin flame, even temporary. This is Knight of Cups in reverse, and this is like, maybe you feel this person wasn't putting enough effort or energy into the connection. This is unrequited love. Maybe you've been through a heartbreak, manipulation. This is like all of that. And this could be about, because this is the masculine on the card too, Okay, I'm not going to go into this too, but sometimes this could be cheating card. Let's hope not with twin flames, right? If you've been with karmics or been entertaining karmics, this could be coming up too. So if you're the one that has been talking to karmics or other women and putting off your twin flame, then you're causing a lot of pain and suffering not being in union for your person. And they feel that even apart. They're always connected to you, and it's going to be a karmic balancing that happens on their side. So that could be happening on your side, because this is the card, maybe not for everyone, but you may have caused heartbreak for your twin flame, so then you're experiencing that pain and heartbreak too. Okay, this is 6 of Cups in reverse, and this is also letting go of the past energies, focusing on the future. This is like leaving home. You need to resolve your childhood issues and grow up. Some of you guys might be acting childish, or you're too connected to your karmic family of origin, because this is something that we have to go through. Okay, we're meant to, jokes aside, let go of our childhood family and have our own, right, with your twin flame. That's the ultimate goal. Like I always picture, because some of you had a taste of this with the karmics, right, where you know that relationship with kids is beautiful and amazing, but that was all practice. So sometimes we get so hung up on the karmics, right, but every karmic experience you had was what you truly desired with your twin flame, but it was a trial run in practice so that you could come together and do it with your twin flame. Unfortunately, by the time you meet your twin flame, sometimes some of you guys are so blocked up that you've put your all into your karmics and you put very little into your twin flame, but you're meant to come together and to create that beautiful vision that you tried to create with the wrong people and the karmics of your past with your twin flame. So some of you guys need to let go of the past. This could be childhood stuff, it could be old partners and things like that, to come into this union fully. This is the Fool in reverse, and this is like reluctant to take a new beginning. You're probably being guided to start over. Ooh, I hate these resets, but I think this is where we find true mastery in our ability to shift timelines and jump into other realities, right? Because we always talk about it. We want other lives, we want better lives, but you're actually having to shift out of your old life into other realities, and of course we're having to take that chance. So this is like, you maybe aren't making a shift, you might be being stagnant, like maybe you're not having faith and hope in where you're being guided to, and that could be union. Because when we look at our own lives, so we have our own separation timelines by ourselves, union is a higher timeline, and we have to make a jump to get there, and it's also with that person. And so some of you guys have stayed in separation, but it's affecting you a lot, like causing a lot of pain for both of you, because you were meant to hop over into the union timelines and to raise up your timeline together. And then you're being required to raise your frequency and to trust the universe. This is all about faith and trust in the universe and your path and where it's guiding you. All right, and this is perfect. I'll go back for Gemini season, because the Fool represents Gemini, right? And taking that spiritual journey too. And sometimes we're having to leave the unknown and the comforts of the material to go into the unknown. And this is where amazing things begin to happen. All right, I'm going on that note anyways, but have a beautiful day. I have tons of galactic activations and healings up for today. It is a galactic activation portal day, so I'm going to be doing tons of healings. I got lots of stuff on my site for that. Check it out. Today's a great day. We should be doing healing with these days. Check out my website. If you need me, just go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelightshealing.com, and have a beautiful day.